I had made a post wherein discipline was the focus. A comment ending sarcastically told me that I was categorically wrong, that spanking was bad, full stop. Here are his comments. He refers to a meta-study to support his challenge. Thing is, I took time to read that very study past the summary. It's readily available online. Let me read a portion to you. Conditional spanking was found to be associated with lower levels of noncompliance and antisocial behavior than disciplinary alternatives. Customary physical punishment was found to predict more detrimental outcomes when children's initial levels of child misbehavior were statistically controlled, but was generally not significantly different from other disciplinary tactics, including reasoning, taking away privileges, and time out, in the strength of direction of its associations with child outcomes. Okay, that says a lot, but let's look at it. I'll define conditional spanking as punishment for defiance, period. Let me give you an example. Our oldest was about 4. He was trying to stick a screwdriver into an electrical outlet. I told him, "No, don't do that," and pulled his hand away. He smiled and did it again. Again, I said, "No," and pulled his hand away. The third time I said, "No," pulled his hand away and swatted his hand. That was the first time, and our boy was crushed. He cried and cried that Daddy would do such a thing to him. I hugged him and told him that I loved him, but he needed to not do that because it could hurt him. A spanking in our family always was followed by a hug. The spanking was for behavior and in no way changed our love for him or them or how important they were to us. They needed to understand that. I think there's a spiritual lesson there. I have a picture in my mind of my wife having spanked our daughter. Our daughter immediately turned with her arms out for her hug. That signaled, it's done, it's over, that's behind us. Our second son, when he did something deserving punishment, I asked him, "Should I spank you or should we go back in your room and talk about it?" He considered it carefully. "Just spank me, Dad." Perfectly honest response. On the other side of the spectrum, when I was working on my master's degree, my master's project, I was trying to reconcile 5 privately coded programs, each doing part of what I needed to get done. And our daughter was standing behind me, talking continually. I said in frustration, "Will you just leave me alone?" She left. A little bit later, my wife came in and asked me what I had said to our daughter because she was in her room crying. I stopped what I was doing and went to her, apologizing, explaining, telling her that I loved her and that she was so very important to me. That sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me thing is an evil lie. Words can cut the deepest wounds. Notice from the excerpt I read that the effect of spanking moves progressively from positive to negative, as the spanking is used with less discretion. I truly believe that peeling back the onion would show us that the method of discipline means less than 4 basics. First, caring enough about your children to thoughtfully discipline. Do the discipline because you are responsible to them. Because you are responsible to them. Second, discipline without hypocrisy. If you hold them to basic moral standards that you are unwilling to believe or accept in your own life, they'll know. You cannot fool your kids. You can never fool your kids. Third, discipline must be for their benefit, not for your convenience. Let that sink in. And most important, through it all, they must consistently know that you love them and are unquenchably proud of them, that your having them is a privilege and a gift to you. And if that last one is true, the rest will likely shake itself out.